Hello everyone, welcome to SmallGiant online music lessons. My name is Shane and in this episode we'll be talking about minor keys. What makes sad movies sad? The key of the music can evoke certain emotions in the listener, and minor keys often bring about a feeling of sadness or disappointment. Stay till the end of this video and we will listen to the film music of Lion King. When Simba finds his father, Mufasa, dead in an attempt to save his life. Minor keys. Just like major keys, each of the 12 notes in music has its respective minor key. And each of these minor keys have their own relative major. Well, they're like cousins. They're related in some ways. Before we get into how they're related, we must know that there are three different types of minor keys, namely the natural minor, harmonic minor, and melodic minor. To differentiate the three types, I'm going to introduce to you our TETRIS block for minor keys. We're going to start from the bottom left and work our way upwards. Let's begin. In the first box, we'll put the minor key that we are working on. In this example, I will be using E minor. So we simply pop E minor into the first box. Whenever we have a minor key, the very first step is to find out its relative major. This is what the next box is for, the relative major and its key signature. How do we find its relative major? Well, we simply add 3 semitones to the minor key. Now let's add 3 semitones to E. E to F, 1 semitone, F to F sharp, 1 semitone, F sharp to G, 1 semitone. So that is 3 semitones in total. The relative major is therefore G major. And the key signature for G major is F sharp. If you're a little lost about key signatures for major keys, check out our video on the circle of fifths. So there we have it. E minor's relative major is G major, and the key signature is F sharp. When you play an E minor scale with just an F sharp, it is known as its natural minor. Instead of F, we play F sharp. On our Tetris block, the first 2 boxes give us the key signature for E natural minor. Next, harmonic minors. Harmonic minors require an additional step where we'll move to our third box. After finding a relative major and the key signature, the second step is to raise the 7th note. Just a friendly reminder that we are looking for the 7th note of the minor key and not of the major key. The minor key is under the spotlight now. So the 7th note of E minor is D. And so we raise D. Now quick note, raising a note means we are adding a semitone to the note. So raising D in this case gives us a D sharp. Ta-da! That's the 7th note. Now put D sharp in the third box. Instead of D, we'll now play D sharp. The 3 boxes that we have just filled out are the sharps that are required to be played for an E harmonic minor. Harmonic minors have a unique sound. When the 7th note is raised, it sounds like a little Egyptian scale or a snake charmer, something like that. Last but not least, melodic minors. We have yet another step. We raise the 6th note. By now, this should be as easy as ABC for you. Raising the 6th note simply means finding the 6th note of E minor, which is C, and raising it by 1 semitone, and we get C sharp. Let's pop C sharp into the last and final box of the Tetris block. So in E melodic minor, we will play F sharp, D sharp, and C sharp. But wait, there's a catch to melodic minors. Let the Tetris block remind you always. For natural minor scale, the blocks are well grounded and stable. So we ascend, go up the scale, and descend, go down the scale the same way. And so it will be for harmonic minors. The blocks are well supported and hence they ascend and descend in the same way. However, the last box, box 4, is hanging out in midair. What happens for melodic minors is this. We ascend with 3 sharps, following the Tetris block, and then we drop back down to ground level, and we descend the scale with a natural minor scale. How interesting. Imagine a stickman running from box 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, and then he drops down to ground level, and then he runs back to the start point. Now that is how a melodic minor works. It ascends with the key signature F sharp, D sharp and C sharp, and returns with the key signature of its natural minor, which is only F sharp. Cool. So now we know how to derive the 3 different types of minor keys. How is it actually used? Imagine this. Simba finds his father, Mufasa, lying unconscious after a massive stampede. Simba sobs. Dad, come on. You gotta get up. We gotta go home. Mufasa lays motionless on the ground. Tears roll down Simba's whiskers as he cries for help. Hans Zimmer, the composer of this soundtrack, used different types of minor keys in this clip. To assure us it is in E minor, the motive starts with the first 3 notes of E minor, E, F sharp, G. And it is followed by a descending E, D, C, B. Now what type of minor is that? There isn't the 7th note, D sharp, or the 6th note, C sharp, so it is the natural minor of E minor. And then the motive ends with F sharp, E, D sharp, E. Now he ends the motive with a D sharp, which belongs to the harmonic minor. Who would have thought putting different types of minors together would create such a fitting score for this tragic scene? Well, that's a wrap. Natural minors, harmonic minors and melodic minors expressed in a Tetris block. Don't forget to leave us a comment, like this video, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Comment, like, subscribe, period.